when you're talking to realtors, what do you feel like? What do you hear that they need from their title company?
Communication is always number one.
Right. It's almost like location, location, location for real estate. It's communication, communication, communication. I
Yeah.
totally agree with that. You can go through the whole process as a realtor, and you do all this. You have a great relationship, and everything's fine, and then you get to the closing, and they don't get funded, or there's a problem, and that's the last thing they remember. And really, a lifeblood for great realtors is referrals. And that's the last thing, that's the last taste in their mouth, is what happened at the closing. But fortunately, we enjoy doing closings.
I love doing them. I mean,
know.
they're excited to be there, and you're the one informing them about this huge life decision that they've made. And you get to teach them about payments, escrow, because a lot of them don't even understand what escrow is. And you get to show them what they've accomplished.
Absolutely. If they're a first-time home buyer, I always explain, I show them their payment broken down between principal and interest, taxes, insurance, mortgage insurance, and then I lay that beside the escrow account, which shows each month how much they put in, and then when the taxes and insurance are paid. And I also explain to them that they're going to get that money when they sell the house, whatever's in there.
It's like a savings account.
Right. And they send you a statement once a year. The other thing that happens at closing is we have to have the money. And we have the Tennessee Good Funds Law, which says that we can only accept a personal check up to $1,000, a cashier's check up to $10,000. This is something a lot of people don't know, but the bank that the cashier's check is drawn on is supposed to be in the same Federal Reserve District that you are. But that's just a technicality in the law. And then the rest has to be wired. We had a client, which I love this. We told them, we can only accept cashier's checks over less than $10,000. So they had to bring like $50,000 to the closing. So they brought five $10,000 cashier's checks, which I thought was inventive, super thinking outside the box. But the point is that cashier's checks, you can stop payment on them, and certainly with computers and everything that they have today, you can make a cashier's check. I mean, you have to be sophisticated, but you could. But that's the reason for the Good Funds Law. So that leaves us wiring the money. Well, that's opened a whole new Pandora's box. We do have the firewalls and the encrypted emails, and we have our own domain name. But if you've got a realtor that's using, Gmail or Yahoo or something, those guys, those professional hackers can easily hack. And so they mimic the style of your email. So it's really deceptive. And they're saying, hey, we've changed where the wire is going to go, but it's coming from your realtor, so it's fine. And so you wire the money there. It goes to an account in the U.S. They're so sophisticated, but that's a dummy account in the U.S., and then it goes overseas. And always when you receive wiring instructions, because we have to do this, we have cyber fraud insurance. So if we send a wire and it gets intercepted, goes out, the insurance company pays for it. But if you're a homeowner and you're sending in your deposit or your money to close, you don't have that protection. So one of the things our insurance company requires of us, or they won't pay the claim, when we get wiring instructions, we have to call the person that sent us the wiring instructions on a number that's not on the wiring instructions, like their website number or a number that we're familiar with, and call and verify. So that's another good thing to do. And then the other thing is, after the wire is sent, call the people you sent it to and make sure they got it. So those are the important things about wire fraud in our days of cyber criminals and ransomware hackers. Having a title company is like, for us, it's like a swan going across the pond. So the swan's just, going down the pond. But underneath, his legs are going like, and that's what the title company does, the legs underneath. So we don't ever throw our loan officers under the bus. We don't have the package. We don't throw the realtors under the bus. They didn't tell us that, something had changed. Because they're our partners, the loan officers and the realtors and the builders, and we want to make them look good. So that's a super important part about being a title company, I think.